So basically this Revolve boss base, this particular feature will be used for creating the solids of revolution. So you might be knowing the cylinder, then the cone, sphere. Those are called as the solids of revolution. So if you revolve any entity, like for cylinder, if you revolve a rectangle about its axis, then it will form if you revolve the rectangle about its one of sides, so it will form a cylinder. So if you revolve triangle around its one of its sides, so it will form a cone. So basically those kind of 3D parts that can be created by using Revolve boss base. So in the features tab you will find next to the extrude boss base you will have a Revolve boss base command. Okay, so to start with this, we are going to try a cylinder. Okay, so I will select the front plane and I will go to the sketch, or you can directly, like from the feature tab, if you select the plane and if you hit Revolve boss base or extrude boss base, so you will be directly going into the sketch environment. So hit that one and just I will draw one rectangle, corner rectangle. Okay, and just hit OK. So you can also draw, just select the front plane and in that front plane draw one rectangle, and after you have drawn rectangle, don't give any dimensions, just I am letting you know how to use this Revolve boss base. So go to the features tab again and then hit Revolve boss base. So once you hit the Revolve boss base, it will ask you axis of revolution. So you can choose the axis of revolution as any of the side. Okay, so let's see, I will select. So under the axis of revolution you have to choose this side. If I choose this side, so see, it will create a cylinder. So it is going to revolve this rectangle along this axis and it will create a solid. So that's why it is called as these are called a cylinder, cone, sphere. Those are called as the solids of revolution. So axis of revolution I have chosen as this line number 2. So it will create the cylinder like this way. And just in case if I choose say instead of this line, if I choose this line, okay, so I will just select this below the axis of revolution. I will select there, go there and click there, and just if I choose this line, so it will create the cylinder in this fashion. Okay, so based on the axis which you select, so it is going to create the cylindrical part for the if you draw the rectangle into the sketch. Okay, and you see here there is a blind option, up to vertex, up to surface, okay, up to offset from the surface. So let's I will keep this axis of revolution as this line vertical line only. And if I suppose so if you choose the blind option, so you can option of degrees. So 360 degree means total 1 revolution, so it will create a solid cylinder. Okay, so if I choose, so if here A1 is there, so angle 1 is there, so if I choose that as a 270, so you can see it will revolve this rectangle in this direction and it will complete the 270 degrees. So you can see 3/4 has been completed and it will have a solid part like this way. So if you change it to 180 degree, angle as 180 degree, so you will find half cylinder. Okay, so if you change 90 degree, you will have a quarter cylinder. So you just change the angle and just click outside, so you will be able to see the preview. Okay, And just in case if you want to yeah, so let's do 360-degree, so that will create your whole cylinder. So likewise you can create any sketch and you can revolve that along any axis. Okay, suppose if I hit OK here, and then if I want to go to the sketch, okay, I will go and okay, so this is the revolve. Then for next thing we will create a new sketch, okay, instead of creating that one. So everybody understood how the revolve is to be done. So I will explain it one more time. I will delete this one. Okay, so this is your sketch, okay, and if you hit the revolve boss base, so now you need to choose, first thing you need to choose is a axis of revolution. I will choose this from here. I will choose this axis of revolution. From the blind you can choose angle what you want, okay, and if you go to the up to surface, offset from surface, okay, no, up to surface, okay, so what you can do, let me check whether I can do that. Okay, so I can revolve this up to the right plane. Okay, so if you click on the up to surface, so I can specify up to which surface I want to revolve this. Okay, in the blind you have to specify the angle, right? And in the, if you choose the offset from the surface, okay, so you will have to choose the surface. Okay, so let's so it's revolving in this fashion, so I can choose right plane. Okay, so my sketch is in the front plane, okay, you can see that, and my if I want to extrude up to revolve it up to the right plane, so select click on the, sorry, not offset, up to surface, click on the up to surface, and here you have to choose the surface. So let's see, I will choose the right plane, okay, and then see how it is going to how it will work. So let's see, line is sketch 2, okay, that's fine, and just hit OK. Revolve feature intersects with the entity specified. So this will not be possible, so I will draw new sketch, and in that I will show you how it is going to work. Okay, so up to surface, so because for this geometry revolve profile intersects with the entity specifying the end condition, so this is intersecting with that, so that's why it is not we are not able to do that one. Let me check if okay, it is not possible. I will let you know how in the next sketch I will draw it. Okay, so I will close this one, and just in case, so I will just edit this sketch, and if I want to create a hollow part, okay, or thin cylinder, so what I can do, I can have a rectangle of thickness like this way, and just instead of a center line as this edge of the rectangle, I will create a new center line, okay, and that will be parallel to this side of the rectangle. So just draw one center line which will be at some offset distance, so maybe you can use distance if you want. So let's do this as 1 inch. So it will create a thin cylinder of a 1 inch dia, 2 inch dia, 1 inch radius. So let's go to the features tab and do revolve boss base. So you can see previously it created a solid cylinder, now this will create a thin cylinder. Okay, so you can see with the same thing it will create the thin cylinder, and just hit OK. So you can see this is the thin cylinder it can generate. Okay, so what I did, I just drawn one center line, and that will be at some distance from this entity which I have drawn. So if you go to the sketch, you will find, so this was my rectangle and this was the center line about which I have revolved this rectangle. Okay, so this will generate your thin cylinder. Okay, let's do okay, so I will delete this one more time, and in the same sketch I will create another sketch. So what I will do, I will create a cone. So for cone I am just going to draw a triangle. Okay, and I will go to the features, and I will hit revolve boss base. So now see, just draw any rectangle, so triangle, and that will have sides, one side horizontal, one side vertical, and those will be perpendicular to each other. Now say axis of revolution, I am going to choose this vertical line, okay, or one of the side of the triangle. So you can see it will create a cone. So if you use the triangle as a base geometry for the revolve boss base, then it will generate a cone. So let's click OK here. So it will generate a cone. Then if I change the axis different one, so I will edit this sketch, edit the feature, okay, and instead of this line as axis of revolution, I will choose this line as axis of revolution. So you will see this will be apex of the cone, and it will be revolved about this line. So you will see the cone like this way. So based on which axis you select, it will create a cone like this. Okay. Control Z. Let's revolve boss base. Look at that. Okay, so this is how the cone will be created. Okay, again I will close this one and just I will re-edit this sketch. So now I will create a sphere. Okay, so you can draw any sketch, any kind of a closed figure, and you can revolve it around any axis, and that it will create a, what you can say, 3D geometry. So now if I want to create a sphere, so what I will do, I will draw one circle. Okay, and I will draw one line. Okay, so I will to create a sphere, I need to draw the semicircle. So if you revolve semicircle about its diagonal, so then it will create a sphere. So let's draw one circle, just draw one diagonal of the circle, and I will trim this half circle. Okay, so just draw one circle and it's a diagonal, so you can select the line command and just this diagonally this opposite point will be highlighted, then just draw the straight line through it. Okay, so if you have drawn this semicircle, then go to the features and hit revolve boss base, and in the axis of revolution, what you need to do, you have to choose this diameter diameter of the circle, and you will see it will revolve this semicircle and it will create sphere. So I will give this angle say 270, so you will able to understand how it is revolving. Okay, so you can see it has revolved in this direction. Okay, and you can see it's a total 3/4 revolution is there. Okay, so if you make this as a 360-degree, so it will create a whole sphere. Okay, so this is how any solid of revolution you can create. So for this sketch what I will do, so just you need to choose the axis of revolution. I will edit this one more time. So I am still in the sketch, so let's click on the normal to, so that this sketch will be normal to you. Now what I will do, I will just draw one axis other than the line on the semicircle. So let's draw one axis. Okay, so you can see this I have drawn the axis which is at some offset distance, and go to the features and hit revolve boss base. So you will see the hollow feature will be there. Okay, so you can see with the same I have chosen this center line as the axis of revolution. Okay, so I will show you. So this axis of revolution for this particular 3D part is this center line. Okay, so I will hit one more time and I will choose this line as axis of revolution. So you can see it will create the revolve this sketch about this axis. So whatever the things in between the axis and the sketch, those will be hollow. So you can create the hollow sphere like this way. So you can see, so this is how you can create hollow features as well. So this is the use of the revolve boss base. So one more thing we will explore, that is the revolve cut. Okay, so here you will find this revolve cut option as well. Okay, so let's do one thing. So I will select the top plane, and in the top plane I am going to draw one sketch. Okay, and let's say I will draw one rectangle, and another rectangle. Okay. So I have drawn two rectangles. So now those rectangles, okay. So and for this as well I will draw one center line as axis of revolution. Okay, so now I am going to use revolve cut. Okay, so just draw any kind of sketch, so you can create the circle as well here. Okay, so revolve cut, that will remove the material from the previously from the solid, any solid. So let's go to the features tab and go to revolve cut. So by default it has chosen this line as axis. So you can if you click here, so you can see this line has been chosen as the axis for the revolution, and this the sketches which I have drawn, so that will be going to cut the material from the sphere. So let's see This is the preview. Let's see. I will have some 270-degree angle. You will see how it will look like. So you can see, instead of 270 I will make. So yeah, from here you can change the direction. So if you flip the direction, so it will be like this way. Okay, and if okay, just click OK. Let me check. So it will remove that part. So as it is a sphere, so you will see that geometries went inside. Okay, so that's why you will see this kind of thing. Okay, so I will so this is the use of revolve cut. So it can remove the material from the solid. So to demonstrate this revolve cut, I will go with another sketch. Okay, so everybody understood revolve base boss base. So it's just you need to specify the axis of revolution, and you should have one closed sketch so that you will be able to use the revolve boss base. Okay, so again I will create new sketch here, and let's do it on front plane. Go to sketch. I will create one rectangle, and it's 2 inch. Okay, and let's draw axis. Just draw one rectangle of any size, any dimension, and I will use this dimension as well. Let's give it as a 3 inch. So you can give any dimension. Just draw one rectangle into the front plane. Draw one axis which will be starting from the origin. That should be horizontal line. And once you have drawn this, so let's go to the features tab and hit revolve boss base. Okay, just draw any sketch, so that doesn't matter. You can draw circle as well. So you will see it will extrude like this way. So now if you want to create a thin feature, okay, so I will hit on thin feature. Okay, and I will, so it has a different options. So we have seen in the extrude boss base as well, so we can use the thin feature. So we can create the thin tank like shape or tank like 3D part as well. So I will use the mid plane, and from mid plane it is going to give the thickness. So let's make this thickness as a 0.25 inches, and instead of having this 360 degree, I will make this as a 270 degree. Okay, so that you will be able to see how that feature will look like internally. Okay, so you can see here thin feature means it is going to create a thin rectangular, you can call it as a this will be a hollow thing, and it will create a it will add give the thickness 0.25 inch, okay, to this rectangular piece. And if I hit OK, so what I did, I just click on thin feature. Okay, if you click on the mid plane, so from this sketch which we have drawn, that will be treated as a mid plane, and from that it is going to give the thickness, and that total thickness will be equal to 0.25 inches. Okay, so that will be the half of from the mid this line or mid plane line up to this inner side, that will be 0.25 inch divided by 2, so that will be 0.125 inches. Okay, and if you hit say one direction, so it will add the thickness in one direction. So if I flip the direction, so it will add the thickness inside. Okay, you can see here, if you hit flip the direction, it will add the thickness outside. If you click on two direction, so you can give the two different thicknesses. Inside there will be different thickness, you can give it from here. Outside there will be different thickness that can be given from here. Okay, so you can see, so T2 is 0.1 inch, so that will be inside thickness, and T2 is 0.25 inch, that will be outside thickness. Okay, so just I will hit OK. So you can see you will have a hollow feature. Okay, so if you click on thin feature, so you will have this kind of a thin walled revolve section, which can be revolved like this way. Okay, I have given 270 degrees, so that's why you are able to see internal features or internal details of it. So once you give 360 degrees, so that will be closed. So I can change that one as well to 360 degree. So right click, edit feature, and here from here I can change it to 360 degrees. Okay, and just hit OK. So it will look like solid, but it is not solid. So if you in the view options, you will have this option like shaded. These are the two solid options: solid with edges, solid without edges, then hidden lines removed. Then if you click on the hidden lines visible, okay, so you will be able to see internal. So these hidden lines, then that means this is a hollow part. Okay, so let's hit on. So from here you can go for this different visualization options. Okay, and let me check what other things we have to do. So see, we just use the blind option. Let me check if I can use up to surface. Okay, so see, I have chosen the up to surface, and here if you expand this tree, okay, so this is the part tree, so that will show you all the planes. So let me check front plane. Okay, so if I choose up to surface, and here I choose the top plane, so it will extrude up to this up to top plane only. So you can see it will extrude it as we have drawn this in a front plane, and the top plane will be at a 90 degree to the front plane. So that's why it will extrude revolve up to say 1/4 only, so or the 90 degrees. Okay, and if I choose another like right plane, I think it won't be possible. Okay, so because this is going to extrude in this direction, revolve in this direction, and this particular plane is right plane is in the plane of revolve. Okay, so that's why it will not be possible. If I click that one and if I try to do it, so it will give rebuild error. So revolve profile intersects with the entity specifying the end condition. Okay, so this profile is basically what you can say intersecting with this this sketch is intersecting with the right plane, so that's why you are not able to create the profile. Okay, so maybe let's do this as select top plane. So if you expand this part tree, then if you can select the top plane, then you can extrude it. Okay, let's go to the sketch. Okay, so I can edit this sketch, and if suppose I give the distance, so I just move this sketch over here, and let's see if I can. So I'm just as I have not fully constructed this sketch, so I'm still able to move this sketch wherever I want. Okay, I will just hit OK, and I will go to the features. I'll just exit sketch. Okay, so it will extrude it, and I will go to say edit revolve feature, click on the revolve theme and just hit edit feature, and if I suppose up to surface, in that I will choose say right plane. Maybe I think it will not be, let's see. So see, they are intersecting each other, so that's why it is not possible to revolve up to right plane. So you can revolve up to the top plane only. Okay, so let's select the top plane and just hit OK. So you can do if you have drawn it in the front view, so you can revolve that feature up to the top plane only. Okay, so these are the various options that are available with the revolve revolve option, revolve cut, revolve boss base, and revolve cut is used for cutting the material, or it is used to cut the material from the solid. Okay, anybody has any questions regarding revolve boss base or revolve cut? So with this command, then we will go for if you open this PDF, okay, revolve boss base diameter dimension, then we will try to do this one. So if you, so your final part will be this one. Okay, so you can see this is the cylindrical part. Okay, so for that we need to draw this kind of sketch first. So just draw this outline, select the front plane, and in the front plane draw this outline. Okay, so to create this part, you need to draw this outline starting with the origin. Select the front plane, and I will let you know how to give this diameter dimension. Okay, so basically when we choose these two lines for dimensioning, so basically it will give you the dimension between these two lines. Okay, but if you want to have the diameter over here, so I will let you know how to give that. So first draw the outline for this outline of this sketch. Just close this one, go to new part, see what units it has, inches. Okay, I guess so. Select front plane. Okay, so basically this is cylindrical part, so you can choose any you can choose front plane. In the top plane as well you can draw this. Okay, so let's go to the front plane and hit revolve boss base. So when you select any command on the features tab, so directly you will go into the sketch environment. Okay, so let's draw the sketch outline. 1, 2, 3 steps. Okay, so all of you try along with me. So select line command, make sure that this line is horizontal. So make sure that all lines you draw, those should be either horizontal or vertical. So you can see this symbol means this is horizontal, this symbol means this line is vertical. So let's start giving the dimensions. So just draw one center line as well. So let's go to the line command, click on center line and start that center line from this point origin and extend it like this way. So this will be used as axis of revolution. Let's start giving the dimensions. So see how the diameter dimension is to be given for this kind of parts. Okay, so hit smart dimension. So basically first we will give this horizontal dimensions. Okay, so here you will see all these dimensions. So dimension of this line, this line, this line and this line, those are specified with respect to this vertical line. So this is the base line. Okay, so this is called as a baseline dimensioning. So all the dimensions you see, those are specified with respect to this baseline. So how we can give these baseline dimensions? So if you go to the smart dimension and click on the drop down box. Okay, so if you click on that, you will find baseline dimension. Okay, so through the smart dimension it will take either horizontal vertical dimension, or it will take distance between two lines, distance between point and line, distance between point and point. Okay, based on what entities you select. So here baseline, if you click on the baseline dimensions, okay, and as we know that this is the baseline, with respect to this baseline we are going to specify a dimension of this line, all these vertical lines. So let's select this first select this baseline. Okay, then select this line. Okay, and you will see automatically that dimension will be there. Okay, so now you need to edit that dimension, or just first give all the dimensions. Let's give this as, just go on selecting the vertical lines. So you don't need to select this baseline second time. So first time only select this baseline and then select this line. Okay, so with respect to that line, so whatever the first line you select, that line will be treated as a baseline, and then just go on selecting the vertical lines. Okay, so you will see these dimensions are added. Press escape key and just double click each and every dimension and change that dimension to required. So 3.50, this one 5, this one 7, and this one is a 7. Then next step is giving this giving the dimensions to the diameters. Okay, so let's see what diameters we have. 2.50, 3.875, 2.50. Okay, this is 0.75, 0.150. Okay, so one dimension we missed, this dimension we missed it. Okay, so we can give this later on as well, so don't worry. So let's go to the smart dimension, hit the smart dimension. Okay, and select this line. Okay, whose diameter you want to give, select this line and select this center line. Okay, or just select the center line. Okay, and if you see, if you move your mouse above the center line, so you will see it will give you the radius. Okay, and if suppose, so right now it is 0.89, and if suppose I bring this mouse over here, so it will 2 times of 0.89, so that means it will give you the diameter dimension. So you can see here, so this is the 2.50. So that's 2.50 is not here. So this 2.50 is not distance between these two lines, so it is distance between this line and what you can say another line, which is the what you can say which is this is the diameter. Okay, so if you want to give the diameter dimension, so you have to give like that way. So hit that line, select this center line, and just instead of placing this dimension above this center line, just place it over here. Okay, and that should be 2.5. Type in 2.5 and just hit OK. And here in the properties manager, if you want to insert the diameter symbol or dia symbol, this is the phi is the diameter, so just hit phi. Okay, so you can enter the degrees as well. So if the angle is there, you can enter the degrees as well. If you want to enter plus minus sign, it is also there. Okay, so if you click on the diameter, so it will insert the dia symbol over here, and then again just go on clicking the line to which you want to give the diameter dimension. So by default now it will specify the diameter. Let's see what this dimension, 3.875. Okay, so this should be 3.875. Okay, so for this dimension we need to have a precision of 3 decimal places. Okay, hit OK first, and here, so if only one dimension has a precision of say 3 decimal places, so you can change that precision from here, so that will be applied to that particular dimension only. Okay, so you can see here in the properties manager toolbar, you will have this option to change the precision for this particular dimension. So if you select any dimension, you can change the precision of that particular dimension only from here. So let's hit here and click on 3 decimal places, 0.123. so you can see the precision applied is 3 decimal places for that particular dimension only. All other dimensions are have a 2 decimal places precision only. Okay, just hit OK, and then you escape out of this command, then hit smart dimension one more time, select this line and say center line, and make sure that your cursor is on this side below the center line, and this should be 2.5. hit OK and click on the dia. Okay, so I forget to do this for this, I will do it later on. Then select this line and give this dimension as a 0.75. Okay, type in 0.75 and click on the phi symbol here in the properties manager. Similarly, select this line and click over here, or and then type in 1.5. Okay, and once you have typed in 1.5, go to the properties manager and from here choose your option as a say diameter phi. Okay, so you will see diameter over there. Then escape, press escape key, and I want to insert the diameter symbol over here for 3.875. click that dimension, so it will open a properties manager, and from here select the diameter symbol, so it will add the diameter symbol over there. Okay, now last dimension that is remaining is this 4.5. hit smart dimension, select this line and this line, and you can give it as a 4.5. Okay, let me check. Yeah, so now you can see my sketch is fully defined. So as I told you, if you want to give the diameter dimension, so you have to select the 2 lines and then you have to bring uh, center line and the this line, and then bring the dimension below the line so that it will show you the diameter dimension, and choose 5 option from the properties manager. Okay, so let's now your sketch is fully defined, all lines are black. Okay, so as I started this sketch with reference to origin, so I don't need to add extra dimension. As I told you, means if you want to fully define the sketch, you have to specify the starting point of any sketch with respect to origin, then only you will be able to fully define or fully constrain the sketch. Okay, so let's do revolve boss base. Okay, so click on revolve boss base. So by default this center line will be treated as a, say, axis of revolution. So if it is not selected, okay, go over there, click in, and so make sure that you select the line. So now this line is unselected, so again click on that line, this center line, and your line will be selected, and this profile will be revolved for 360 degrees. So you will choose the blind option, and you will have this angle as a 360 degree. That's it, and just hit OK. Your 3D part is ready now. Okay. So anybody has any question up to this? So I have done this revolve command, this center line as the axis of revolution, choose the blind option for direction 1 and the angle as a 360, and then just hit OK. So this is the preview. So from preview you will be able to understand you are right or wrong. Okay, so if the preview is not correct, that means you have to choose, means something is wrong. So you have to figure out maybe axis of revolution is not chosen, or wrong axis of revolution has been chosen. So hit OK. Now if you go to the PDF, okay, so we need to create a threads on this particular circular face. Okay, so threads are used for fastening purpose. So threads may be internal or external. So internal threads, those will be in the hole. External threads will be outside of any cylindrical feature. Okay, so let's create an internal threads onto this outside surface. So on this surface we are going to create the threads. So for this particular so on this face we are going to create the threads. So this face has a diameter of 1.5 inch. Okay, so for external threads we use the die, okay, for create or for cut external threads. So manufacturing method is thread cutting, and that is done with the help of a die. And for internal threads, so you can see this is a hole, and for this, if you want to create some holes threads into the hole, then you will have to use the tab. Okay, so this is the different instrument. Tab is used for cutting internal threads, and die is used for cutting in external threads. So based on the units used, so either tab will be of inches or metric system or the mm, and similarly for external threads die will be of inches, or it should be of say metric, which is like a meters or millimeters. Okay, so as we have used the inches IPS unit system, so we will have to use the inches die. Okay, so let's create the thread. So if you go to the left hand top corner, okay, of this your SolidWorks work environment, you will when you go over there, you will have this file, edit, view, insert, tools options. Okay, so go to insert tab, and in the insert you will find features. Okay, and from the features you can choose the thread. Okay, so just in case if you don't know where any particular command is there, okay, so you can type in here search command. So you will see here option. So let's see READ, okay. So that particular command will pop up and directly you can execute that command from here, okay. So in search commands option here, you can search for any command that you are not able to see here, okay. So let's click on the thread, okay, or you can go to the, as I told you, insert features and go to thread, okay. So let's hit thread. So this particular message will be displayed, okay. So it says that the thread are nominal profiles only, do not use them for production quality threads. To create production quality threads, modify nominal profiles to meet your design requirements. So with these two tools you will be able to create a what you can say, general purpose threads, or it will have some specific threads, those are available with this, and those only you can create. So if you have a specific requirement, then you have to create thread profile by yourself, okay. So let's click on OK. So first thing, it will ask you the thread location, okay. So what I will do, I will click over there, and in the thread location I will choose this edge. So because I am going to start the thread from this edge, so I will choose this edge so that it will create the threads on this face, cylindrical face. So select this edge, okay, under the thread location. Then don't do any changes into the degree, so make it as a 0 degrees only. Up to selection, so you can choose the blind option, and in the blind option you can give the thread length. So if I want this total thread length, so you can see right now it is 0.39 inch thread length is there. So I want here that should be say up to 1.5 inch, okay. I will type in 1.5 inch over there, okay. So just click outside or just click into the sketch, so you will see the thread length has been increased to 1.5 inch, okay. So this is the one option. Through the blind, if you know the specific thread length, then you can type in the thread length over there, okay. So if I increase thread length to 2 inches, so you can see it will increase the length up to 2 inches. So let's this is the blind option. So another option you will have, that will be say up to selection, okay. So if I click on the up to selection, and there is another option, revolution. So if you know how many number of revolutions you want for that thread, then you can specify them, okay. So one total one revolution will be equal to 360 degrees. So if you know the how many number of threads are there, then you can enter that number of revolutions. So one thread is equal to one revolution. So if you know the number of threads, then you can type in how many number of revolutions you want, okay. So if you click on revolutions, and if you type in say 12 revolution, then it will create a 12 number of threads. So you can see these are the 12 number of threads. You can count them later on, okay. So let's go to up to selection, okay. And if I choose the up to selection option, I can choose up to which face or up to which surface I want these threads, okay. So if I select this face, up to choose the under the end condition, if I choose up to selection and I choose this face as a reference face, so it will create the threads up to that particular face, okay. So I have chosen this face, so it will create the thread. So you can see this is the preview, blue lines, that is the threads which will be created, and we need to specify the threads are of which type. So as this is the external thread, you have to choose either inch or inch die or inch metric die. So because These are the external threads, so that has to be generated or cut by using the die. So choose either inch or die. So if you have a metric units mmj, then you have to choose metric die. If you have inches units, then you have to choose the inch die. Okay, so I will choose inch die. And the size, so 1.5 dash 12. So you will see these are the standard sizes which are available. So if your thread size is different than this, then you will have to create your own thread profile. Okay, so see what is mean by 1.5 inch and 12. So 1.5 is the diameter, outer diameter of this cylindrical face on which we have created the threads. Okay, so 1.5 is the outer diameter of this face. So as we know that, so if you go to the sketch, so this particular end face, so this face, okay, on which we are creating the threads, so that has a diameter of 1.5 inch. So you have to choose in the Solidworks under the inch die, you have to choose the size of the diameter of the thread as 1.5, and 12, that is the threads per inch. Okay, TPI. So you might have heard term like a TPI, threads per inch. So if you are buying nuts or bolts for any for your car parts or anything, so basically nut and bolt, those are the fastening items, so they are used to fasten two things together. So here 12 means 12 threads per inch. Okay, so I will apply that size and I will show you how that 12 threads will be there. Okay, so cut thread, click on the cut thread, extrude thread, that means it will extrude the threads. Okay, it will extrude that thread profile. So just hit cut thread, and if you hit OK, so see, I will change the thread length here. Edit feature, and I will make this as a, instead of up to selection, I will choose the blind. Okay, and I will change this length as a 1.5 inch. Okay, because I want miss up to 1.5 inch this thread should be there. Okay, so just select the blind and just hit 1.5 inch. Okay, type in 1.5 inch, just hit OK. So you can see these threads are created over here. Okay, so now let's count the threads. Okay, so see, I will count this races. Okay, number of races, how many races are there. So one races means one thread. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 and 18. So as our length is 1.5 inch, okay, and this particular thread profile has a 12 threads per inch. Okay, so in 1.5 inch we will have a 18 number of threads. So that's why you will see total 18 thread profiles has been created. So for 1 inch we have specified it is 12 threads. So that's why this total length is 1.5 inch. So that's why we will have a 12 into 1.5 12 times 12 into 1.5, so that will give you 18 number of threads onto the total length, that is the 1.5. Okay, so if similarly if you change that length to the say 2 inch, so you will have a total 24 number of threads onto this length. Okay, so that is the meaning of threads per TPI, means 12 number of threads will be there per inch. So in 1 inch you will have a 12 number of threads. Okay, so likewise, so if you see, if you go to edit feature, and you will have a different sizes, like for 1.5 inch dia you will have a 6 thread per inch as well. You will have a, yeah, these are the two options available. So for each diameter different options are available. So means this option will not be available for means 12 TPI might not be available for some smaller diameter threads. Okay, so let's, if I choose say 6, so you will see the difference. So the thread width will be more. You can see there will be, so it's a 6 means total 9 threads will be there in 1.5 inch. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so this is how the thread profile threads will be generated on the external surface. And if suppose you want to create a threads onto the internal surface, so you can so you can find this thread into the say here as well. Okay, so if you go to the whole wizard, and under the whole wizard you will find the thread option as well. So hit thread. So I am going to create the internal threads, and let's see, just I am showing you how to create the internal thread. So thread location, you will have to choose the inside diameter or the whole diameter. So this is the whole, and let's see, same length 1.5 inch. So you can choose whatever the pitch TPI you want, 12 per inch. Okay, and everything is on that, and just hit OK. So everything will be the same as per external thread. So you will have to choose say instead of inch die, you have to choose inch tab. Okay, because it's the internal thread, and just hit OK. So you will see the internal threads will be created onto this internal surface of the cylinder. Okay, so I will just delete this one. So if you need to create internal threads, then you can use this internal thread feature. I will delete this one, and I will change for this external thread, I will make it as a 12 inches per 12 per inches. So let's see, 0.5 12. So you can find this all instructions into this PDF as well. So let's hit OK. And for this the material applied is brass. Okay, and you can check for its weight. Okay, so its weight should be 11.40 lbs. So go to the material, right click and hit select the brass material, and now you will see the according to material its color will get changed. And if you want to check for the mass, go to evaluate and hit mass property. So just hit the rebuild. Okay, if you get this option, so you'll see the mass as 11.40 pounds. Okay, so this is all about what you can say extrude revolve boss base. And with this we can work on this particular problem. So try to work on it. So for this you can select say front plane, and in front plane draw this sketch, and after this sketch is complete, then you can go for revolve boss base. So all diameters are given, internal external diameters are given, these lengths are given. Just draw this sketch. So you have to draw, so this will be your center line. Okay, so you need to just draw this sketch, you don't need to draw this part. Okay, because we are going to use the revolve boss base. So just draw this one and use the revolve boss base. You will be able to create this 3D part. Okay, so let's start. You can start it. So within 5 minutes you will be able to do that. So let's don't save this one. New. So units are inches. Hit the front plane. Go to Revolve boss base or go to sketch. Okay, and just draw the outline. Select the line command. Let me check. Make sure that you are not going to take a reference of any point. So when I was drawing this line, so it took the reference of midpoint, so that will create a problem later on. So make sure that you just take the reference for only what you can say horizontal and vertical, drawing lines horizontal and vertical only. Okay, and just draw one center line from here, and that should be vertical. Okay, then hit smart dimensions, select this line and this line. Okay, and this diameter is 1 inch, this is 1.5, this is 2 inch. Okay, so 1 inch, and as I told you, select this line and center line and bring your mouse here so that it will show you the diameter dimension, and hit the diameter symbol. Similarly, this line, this should be 1.5 inch. Okay, select this line, this should be 2 inch, and diameter symbol, then 1.5 inch and 2.25. Okay, so 1.5 is what? Okay, so this one is 1.5 inch. Let me check. Okay, so this should be 1.5. Hit OK. Diameter, then this should be this, and this should be 2.25. Okay, so now all the diameters has been specified. Now you can see, so these lines are blue, that means they are going to move this way. Okay, so there we need to restrict them. So first you need to select, let's give the dimensions first. So I know that this is 0.5, this is also 0.5, also 0.5, and distance between this line and this line, that should be 1.4. So now you can see here, this sketch is not, or these lines, okay, whatever lines you see over here, so they are free to move up and down. So that means you need to restrict the upward motion or downward motion. Okay, so how you can fix that one? Okay, you have to specify what you can say, the distance of this line with respect to origin. Okay, so if you want to say, see how you can fully define this sketch. Okay, so if you go to the display delete relations, okay, and if you hit on fully defined sketch, okay, so see this option, display delete relationship. Under that you will have fully defined sketch. Okay, so before going to this option, just make sure that you have entered most of your dimensions. Okay, and I know that if I fix this line, automatically all other three lines which are blue, those will get fixed. So click on fully define sketch and select entity. So I will just select this line, okay, and so you have to click on the select entities, and I will select this line only, the bottom line, okay, and I will hit calculate. So see, it has specified this vertical distance. So the sketch was moving up and down, so it restricted the vertical movement by specifying this distance, okay. So just hit OK. So if you want to change that, so you can change it to 0 as well. So that means it will align with the origin, okay, or you can change it to whatever you want, okay. I will make it as 1 inch, it doesn't matter, okay. What I will do, I will control Z, so I will make this as a 1 inch, okay. So it will go up, or I will change it to 0.25 inch, okay. So now this has been fixed, and all your dimensions are all your sketch entities are fully defined, all the lines are black, okay. And just simple thing, extrude boss base, sorry, revolve boss base, and by default it will choose this center line as a axis of revolution. 360 degree will be there, and just hit OK, and change the material to the plain carbon steel. Go to material, right click, and hit plain carbon steel, and you can check it for your material. Yes sir, within 5 minutes you will be able to do this, okay. So that's all for today. So in the next class we will see some few more problems for which we need to use the revolve base, boss base, and the revolve cut.